Is this too many mice? Yeah, it's a nice little collection right here, I would say. Probably like $250 to $300 worth of mice just right here. Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Too Much Tech, and in today's video we're going to be comparing, in my opinion, probably the top 3 gaming mice out right now, or at least the top 3 that are probably getting, 2 of them getting the most attention, one of them maybe not so much. But that's what we're here to talk about today, is see out of these 3 which is the best that you should actually spend your money on. I do think that a video like this is necessary to really put the attention on the best choice. Before we get started, if you guys can do me a quick favor and drop a sub and hit the bell and turn post notifications on so that you guys don't miss any of this awesome content that we have coming out very soon. More videos like this, as well as some more other high-end tech reviews. So the 3 mice that we're gonna be taking a look at today, of course, are gonna be the Ninja Air58, the Razer Viper, and the glorious Model O. The first that we're gonna take a look at today is gonna be the new kid on the block, the Razer Viper. The Razer Viper is a pretty decent mouse. What's nice about this one, you can find it in stores. That's probably something that you won't ever be able to do right now with the Ninja, because it's done, the production is finished, so you won't be able to get it anymore, and have fun looking up the prices on eBay, because that's the only way to get it. And the Model O, you just have to wait a few days for it to get to your doorstep. So if you're really itching to try a lightweight mouse today to even see if something that is this light is for you, the Razer Viper is probably a good place to start, because you can just go to like a Best Buy or Target and pick up the mouse and try it for yourself. So the cool thing about the Razer Viper is that they use Razer's brand new optomechanical switches that they use in their Huntsman keyboard in the mouse, and basically you get the fastest actuation of your clicks. Is that something that I really noticed in gameplay? Honestly, no. I do like the feel of the click and the sound of it, but I don't really notice it drastically improving my gameplay. An advantage that I would give to the Viper over the other 2 mice is that the Viper is a truly ambidextrous mouse. With that being said, they have side buttons on both sides of the mouse, whereas the Model O and the Air58 only have side buttons on the left side of the mouse for right-handed users. An area that I would say that all of these mice tie is in the cable. So they all use like a very similar-ish paracord type material. The Viper has the nicest out of the 3. The other 2, they're kind of hard to put into a bungee, even though you don't really need a bungee. It just looks nicer on your desk having it in a cable bungee, because you don't have this giant cord just all over your desk. So I do give that advantage to the Viper as well. Now, where the Viper kind of starts to fall short, well, yeah, you got to use Razer Synapse to customize it, but I mean, that's not the end of the world. But the skates on the Viper are not that good. Neither are they on the Air58, and I'll get to that in a second. But just the skates on the Viper are not very good. The sensor tracking is decent. I give it like a B+. I don't give it an A+ though. Even though the name of the sensor might be higher, what's being used in the Air58 and the Model O, personally for me, the tracking, it just did not feel as crispy as the other 2. But in terms of the design, the Viper somehow, some way managed to be the same weights as the other 2 mice without, plugging holes in the mouse. And some people like that. Some people think that dust is gonna get inside and like increase the weight of the mouse or something like that. But I mean, I've had my Model O for a while. I don't have dust inside my Model O. I mean, even if you get some dust in there, just, use a can of air and spray it out, no big deal. But if that is a big pet peeve for you, then I would say just go with the Razer Viper. It has a cleaner and more minimalist design than the other 2. Next, let's talk about the Ninja Air58. So number 1, this mouse obviously is gonna give you the most clout. It is the most visually appealing mouse out of the 3 as well, and it also is the most comfortable by a small margin, just because it's a bit bigger than the other 2. It just looks sweet, like having it on your desk. I think the Air58 really is more of an art piece, and it just looks great. The red pinkish color, Cherry Blossom I believe it's called, is the only color that I've seen in person. I have not seen a blue one in person yet. I kind of don't want to, because if I see a blue one, I'll probably buy it just to buy it. And I don't want to do that, because they're not cheap. Ninja Air58 with the hyperglides and paracord, 270, 165, 150, 175, 195, 200, 224, yeah, right. The side buttons on the mouse are the perfect size. Like, they seriously are perfect. But that's kind of where the pros of the Air58 stop. Just because the Air58 is not as customizable as the other two. Like, you only have 4 DPI settings. I think it's 400, 800, 1600, and 3200 are the DPI settings on the Air58. There's no supported software for the mouse at all, so you can't set your own custom DPI. Maybe I'm just kind of weird because I play on 1000 DPI, but I test every mouse I use at the exact same DPI because that's just what I like to use. And when you couple that with the fact that the polling rate is only 500, what? Like, why? Why is the polling rate so low? That's half of what the other two mice offer. You can have 1000 or you can have 500. And the fact is, this mouse is just really expensive. I can say that not having my right sensitivity and not having 1000 hertz polling rate did affect my gameplay. And I'm sad to say that even though this mouse looks fantastic, I can't give it the #1 spot. I cannot, even though it does look the best. Let's talk about the Model O. The Model O honestly is like a happy medium between the two. It's right in the middle in terms of size, even though I do wish it was a little bit bigger. There is a smaller Model O coming called the Model O Minus that should be out pretty soon if you do feel like you need a smaller mouse. But this size of this mouse is pretty good. The sensor on the Model O is the exact same sensor in the Ninja Air58, but the sensor is unlocked and Glorious has software that supports changing your custom DPI and changing the polling rate, changing the debounce time of the mouse clicks, and also changing the RGB. The Razer Viper and the Model O both feature RGB that the Ninja Air58 does not, even though it doesn't hurt the Air58 by not having RGB because it just looks so good. But it is nice to have the option to have RGB on the mouse to obviously make it match the rest of your setup. But using the Model O gaming for hours on end, it feels the best between the three. And it's also the least expensive between the three. I think that attributes to a few things. So one, the sensor is perfect because you can set your DPI to exactly what you want it to be. You can set your polling rate to exactly what you want it to be. If you have your cable tied up in a bungee, it doesn't get all over the place. The skates are top notch. Using these in combination with the Glorious mouse pad, I don't really feel like I need hyperglass. Like this thing skates so easily. You feel like you are in control the entire time. And that's what you want from a mouse. That's something that I don't get from the other two mice, and they both cost significantly more money. And I just don't think they offer a really good value. Even at the Air58's original price of about $90 when it was brand new, if you could get a hold of one, I just don't feel like that's a good deal. And now that you're 100% definitely gonna be paying basically a collector's fee, paying overage of double or maybe even triple of what the mouse actually costs brand new, I can't recommend the Air58. It's not good, but performance is not good. The Razer Viper does have decent performance, but it's a bit more expensive. It is slightly more accessible depending on where you live and how close you live to a store. So maybe it's worth stopping at a Best Buy and picking up a Razer Viper because it is a pretty good mouse. I'm not gonna lie, I did like it. The skates aren't that great, but I'm pretty sure the Hyperglides or something are gonna be out at some point pretty soon. But other than that, I mean, the Viper and the Model O are pretty close, but I think it's just because the fact that the design of the Model O looks a little bit cooler to me, the feel in the hand is a little bit better, and the sensor feels a little bit more crispy than the one on the Razer Viper. I have to give the top spot to that mouse. It's just the king of value in this 3-stack lineup right here. And honestly, even up against some other mice, it's just too good of a deal to pass up, and I highly recommend that you give this one a go. Try it out, see if you like it. If not, just return it or sell it or whatever. The Model O with the Hyperglide S skates, super lightweight, super crispy sensor is a really good option. The only dings that I can really give the Model O is not really having that customizable software to control the RGBs. And the side buttons are a little bit on the smaller side, and they do feel better on both the Air58 and Viper, but it's just something you gotta get used to. I got used to it, so I don't misclick them ever. You know, it did take, a couple days to adjust to it, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, when you're thinking of owning a product, a couple days really isn't that bad. Do I wish that they were bigger? Yes. I'm pretty sure that in some point of their next manufacturing, when they choose to do a successor to the Model O or a Model O2 or whatever else, I'm pretty sure they'll listen to the community and fix that problem and offer something new that we'll probably be excited for all over again. But guys, that is my recommendation. If you guys need me to put them in order for you, here you go. So we'll have Model O at the top, Razer Viper in the middle, and Air58 at the bottom of the list. You guys may be like, oh my god, this guy is crazy. What is he talking about?
The Air58 is the best mouse ever.
But hey, until you have all three of them right in front of you and just played for hours using all three of them, then come talk to me, or you're gonna get smacked in creative. But that is gonna be it for this video today, guys. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. I'm gonna be linking the Model O and the Razer Viper in the links in the description below. If you wanna find an Air58, go look on eBay, because you know, there's no direct sellers that sell brand new anymore. So yeah, good luck finding one at a reasonable price, because you just won't. Be sure to use our Fortnite creator code in the item shop. Use code TooMuchTech. Drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new. Turn on post notifications. Hit that little bell so that you guys are notified every time that we upload a brand new video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys in the next one. Irrelevant.